something that is kind of thrown around the gym and people often are curious about is this idea of the mind-muscle connection. And if that sounds like something that's very like mystical and something above, from another planet, mind-muscle connection, like, is this thing a joke? What's the deal with this? So mind-muscle connection originally came from the bodybuilding realm. And the idea of this mind-muscle connection is that it helps you build more muscle. And an example of using the mind-muscle connection, we can kind of use a bicep curl. So bicep curl, it's doing this exercise, this one, right, where you have curls. It's probably one of the most popular exercises in the gym that you'll see. And the idea is that if I'm doing a bicep curl and I'm looking directly at the muscle while doing it, and I feel the muscle, I concentrate on the muscle, I focus on everything about the muscle contracting, that this is actually going to help me to build more muscle. And in all reality, this actually does help you to recruit more motor units, which over time can build more muscle and strength. This is something that's actually been studied. So literally just looking at the muscle and saying, grow, you're thinking about it growing. You are putting more emphasis and overall energy into looking at the muscle and having it contract. Doing this can actually improve your strength of muscle, which I think is really cool. Now, at the end of the day, you're still going to be working the entire muscle. So for example, if you are doing a bicep curl, you're still going to be working your forearm muscles because you're grabbing onto it. But that conscious attention focus to your bicep specifically is going to help that area maybe grow a little bit more versus if you were just doing the exercise thinking, oh my gosh, when is this gonna finish because this sucks. Totally different story. So a way you can do this with all of your different movements is to first decide what you want out of the movement. If you are doing squats because you want to build your quads a little more, that's great. If you're doing squats because you want to build your glutes a little more, that's great. Maybe you're doing bench press because you want to improve your strength, that's great. What you should do in all of these situations is to practice being more mindful during those specific sections of your workout. So if you're doing the squats, for example, and you're trying to build more leg strength through your glutes, you need to focus on your glutes contracting when you are standing up with the squat. So you go down, and when you stand up, think about your glutes squeezing. Think about that muscle contracting. Think about it growing. And the more you do this, the more you'll notice that that muscle is engaging more, and you probably feel it more. You might feel more of a burn. Of course, your quads are still going to be working, otherwise you wouldn't be able to do the squat, but there's going to be a little more activation neurally through those glutes, which I think is pretty cool. And then of course on the strength aspect of this too, you can be thinking the same thing. Maybe you're not thinking about exactly, I want to build muscle, but you're doing a bench press and you're like, I want to get stronger at this. So when you are doing the bench press, we're going to be mindful about being strong. You're thinking, push this weight, be strong, do as much as you can. You're being focused in that exact moment. And this should come to no surprise to anyone that the more you can focus and think about this, the better off you'll be in your workout routine as well. So if you're new to the mind-muscle connection, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know how you're going to use this in your workout routine. And of course, drop a like as well if that gave you some good value.